Hey everyone! How are you doing tonight? Okay, computer. Come along. I don't know why it's not saying. Alright, let's just make sure I'm live because I can't tell from that thing. Don't you know, aren't they always changing everything? They're always changing everything. All right. There we go. Okay, now I can see myself. So I don't know why it's not showing up here. Lord, I don't know, y'all. It just is what it is, right? I even changed out the description, but it still went live to the same place. Don't know why. Sorry, y'all. Okay. Alright, so. Hi. Last night in my design group, I did an evergreen wreath, and I posted it, and it was pretty popular, so I thought I would show y'all how to make it as kind of a happy Thanksgiving gift. I don't know about y'all, but I'm exhausted. I've been cooking all day. And I still have a little bit left. So we're going to do a pretty easy project. But it is amazing. And it looks very designer. So it's a really great one for you to learn. So this is just an 18-inch evergreen base. And all I'm doing right now is fluffing up. I'm just fluffing it up, okay, because you want to fluff it up. You always want to fluff it up first, no matter what you're doing, okay? So we got to go through and do this. And I'm sorry the description is wrong. I actually went through the whole new process on YouTube, and it still went live on the old one. So go figure. Don't know. I'll have to go back and change it and correct it later. Sorry, y'all. They just brought out a new go live thing. And clearly not all the bugs are worked out yet. Because it actually launched an old one. Alright, so now you can see how it's just kind of all fluffed out. Now, we're going to be doing the Woodland Ruffle. And this is cut at 30 inches. So I know I usually do 34, but in this instance, we do 30. And I use the entire roll, all the way down to the last piece, okay? So all I have is the last piece. I don't really care what size it is. We're going to use it. I just wanted to show you that because with this method here, okay, you are going to use every last stitch of mesh you have from 2 rolls. You need 2 rolls. All right, and that's what we're going to need. Okay, so all these are cut at 30. These 2 are probably close to 30 inch. Yep, they're 30 inch. So we're good. We're going to be adding some of this in. So we have gold and navy blue, so those are our colors, okay? Alrighty. And we are going to do no ribbon tails, none. So this is a nice, easy project to do, and it is absolutely fabulous. It gives you a designer look, and it's easy, and it's affordable. Okay. So you do 3 rolls on each side, and then you just go ruffle right up the middle, okay? So this is a Woodland Ruffle. Now I do 30 inches on this particular one instead of 34 because I'm looking for amount of, you know, pieces rather than length, okay? So the one I did for my group is actually gold and rose gold, but we're going to be doing gold and navy blue. So with these, there is not a set amount of pieces to put in. So you just pick a spot to start, and you're just going to use these evergreen pieces to tie it in. Fluff it out just like you normally do. Then you're going to go on to your next piece. Alright, I like to roll one side, put my clip on, and then roll the other side. So the reason I like that is a couple of reasons. One, because I get the look I want, and two, because it weights down the other side and allows me to get a nice ruffle. I'm going to go over just a little bit. I don't really look to see how far. It doesn't have to be perfectly up against each other, okay? So I'm just kind of going about how far I think I need to go. I'm not measuring. So all you want it to do is pretty much get close to touching each other. It does not need to shove up against each other like it does when we're doing the other kind. All right, so this is a little different. So have y'all been prepping for Thanksgiving yet? Because I have been all day. I even went to the store this morning because it seems like no matter how many things you have, you still need something, right? Okay, so I'm just using my greenery pieces. I'm tying it in a good 2 times at least. Okay, and remember, we are not going to be putting ribbon tails in this because this method is all about just making the mesh stand out. So if you are looking for a method where you get to showcase your mesh, this is the one. Okay? So no ribbon tails. And I know it sounds bizarre, but you just gotta trust me, it works. So if you're wondering about how far I go over, let's just look. Alright. So let's see. About 4 inches or so. And we're going to use every single piece of this. Yep, I have one more thing to make. I've already made, so we already have the turkey brining. Started that this morning. We have the 2 dressings made. So we make 2 different types of dressing. We make regular dressing and we make cornbread dressing. Everyone loves the cornbread dressing. So that always goes first. So you got to make sure you grab yourself a piece that quick. I made mashed potatoes, sweet potato casserole, which the sweet potato casserole, y'all, I don't even like sweet potatoes, but it is the best sticky thing you ever put in your mouth. It has like this crumble crust on it that has pecans in it and brown sugar, and oh my gosh, just makes my mouth water. Then of course, green bean casserole is the last thing I have to make, and the ham. Ham's done. Turkey is soaking. So, we're pretty good. Whoops, this one is a little bit farther over than I want it to be. So we'll take it out. Move it over one step. So one thing that you want to make sure when you're doing this one is that you don't have a whole lot of green showing, because what we're going to be doing is showcasing our colors. We're just using an evergreen base to do it. These evergreen bases are super inexpensive, and you can get them from Walmart, and they are fabulous. You can use them all year round. So when they start to put them on sale, go and stock up, because they can be used all year round. And you can put mesh in them, you can decorate them, you can just do whatever you want. Yeah, how many of you do Black Friday shopping? Because I'm going to tell you right now, me, it's all computer based. Because I don't do crowds. I just don't do crowds. Don't do crowds. So, I'm not paying attention to how many I put on the bottom. I know that I'll have enough just from having done this several times before. And the top, what we're going to do is we're going to make a spectacular bow. Okay, so we're going to have a spectacular bow on the top. And then we're going to kind of decorate up some of the areas that are showing, some of the green. Because you're going to have some green showing, and that's okay. You can have some. You just don't want it to be super obvious what the base is if it's not Christmas. Yeah, I'm doing the online thing too. Yep, because that's more my speed. Alright, so I'm going to put this last one right in between these two blues. See, and all I do is place it down. I just grab a couple of the green pieces. Whoop. And tie it down. That's why these are so fabulous, because they already have the pieces for you to tie already in it. Okay, so now we're going to start on the top. And y'all, this is simple and it's fairly fast. Okay. So how many of you are going to try to go to Wreath Makers Live this year? Y'all going to try to go? Alright, so I'm just putting it on top. Same exact method. Okay. See, we have a lot left. So we're going to have plenty. Oh. Well, they'll have deals after that too. But prayers for your husband during his surgery. Okay. Alright. I just keep tying them down. Spreading it out. See how pretty that gold and blue looks together? Love it. The most spectacular thing about this is the bow. Yep, it's all about the bow. I tell you, I will not be out shopping tomorrow night or Friday. That's scary to me. I don't know, all those people, all that crowd. Whoa, no thanks. I'd rather just sit at home on my computer. Y'all hear that little bark? That is Sassy. Bella's sleeping back here. Sassy is so funny. She always goes to bed when my dad goes to bed, but then if my mom's still up, she has to come out and check her out. It's your dream to go to Wreath Makers Live? Aw. Well, I believe the tickets are going to be going on sale real quick. And it's in a super cool place, so Yep. I can't believe it. I mean, you know, it's already been 6 months since we had it. Since they had it. Or almost. It feels like time just flies to me. Okay. So I'm doing 3 rolls on each side and ruffling right up the center, like that. After I get done with my show coming up, we are going to start doing some Cricut stuff and some sublimation stuff. I'm so excited. I just have to get to this show first. And hopefully sell out of everything. Yep. There are 30 inches. When I do the Woodland Ruffle, usually I do 34. But I like to have a lot of mesh in this since we're not going to be doing ribbons. Since we don't, you know, do any little ribbon tails. We do lots of mesh. Okay. So that's why. Okay. Yeah. Alrighty. Just moving right along. I'm going to get my glue going here too, because we are going to decorate it up. Where did I put it over there? Oh, how sweet. That's awesome, Emily. Somebody is making Thanksgiving for her. How lovely is that? That's lovely. You know why I do a whole bunch of stuff the day before? It's so I don't have as much to do the day of. And because I don't have as much to clean up. Because I clean up a lot today. Hey, there's our cubby of the month, Michelle with M&B Creations. Make sure you go check her out. It's almost time for a new cubby. I can't believe it. Oh, and I started cubby of the month in my design group too. So, lots of opportunities. All right. See how pretty that is? Look at that. Okay. If you want to see the one that I made last night, I posted it in my community page. So you can see the one I did. I live in Lexington, South Carolina. Alright. So this is last one on top. Now what I do, after I spread these out, y'all, my friends are having fun time texting over here. I can't see what they're saying, but what I do is I take the leftovers and I kind of look for areas where there's a lot of green showing, like right here. I'm going to put gold in there because I think it'll stand out better. Okay. So my sister-in-law brought a puzzle. It's over a 1,000-piece puzzle, and we've been working on that over the last couple of days. So this is kind of in the center, and don't be afraid to put things in the center, okay? Because what you're trying to do is kind of cover up the excess greenery. All right, so we have a good amount of excess greenery here. So let's put the blue there. This is why you use both rolls. And I absolutely love this method. Because it gives you something that's unique, that looks spectacular. I think we might even put a gold one right there. Sometimes you get two in the same area. And then we're going to work on decorating it. Yeah, see, there's a lot of green there, so let's put a gold over there. Yes, they are fun. I did. I saw that AC Moore is closing. I'm so sad. I'm sad. Our Michaels is not very good, so I was not thrilled about it. Some of them changing to Michaels because we already have a Michaels and it's not that fabulous. Okay, I'm going to put the other blue one right here. And then we'll be ready to decorate and make our bow. Bow fabulous. Yeah, all of them are closing. A few of them are going to change into Michaels. So some will reopen as Michaels stores, but I think most will be gone. Okay, so you can see mostly what you see is the blue and gold. Okay, now what we're gonna do, let me just open it up. What we're gonna do, I got these here at Carolina Pottery. Aren't they beautiful? I love them. These also came from Carolina Pottery. It's gold. So we have some blue and we have gold here. We also have blue ornaments, navy blue, and we have gold. So what you do with this method, all the areas in between where you put your mesh, we're going to put some of this. So where the blue is, we're going to put gold. Where the gold is, we're going to put blue. It just kind of helps to give it even more personality, and it's going to go in place of the ribbon, because remember, the whole purpose of this is to see the mesh. So this is a method that showcases the mesh. So I'm just going to cut all these off. So this. This is going to help give this depth and texture. Okay, so that's what we want. All right, we're also going to cut these off. My little price tag was in the way. All right. Okay. So when I get a pick, I cut it into lots of pieces because then I can get way more out of it. Hey Mama and Nana. So I made something similar to this in my design group last night. And I thought it would be a great little Thanksgiving present to show y'all. This method. Alright, so this is what we do. Okay, let's cut this off. Alright. So how many of you like blue and gold together? Do you like blue and gold together? I do. They're a great contrasting color. So when you do things like this, it's really great to have some contrasting color, right? Hi, Sophia and Charlie. The cost for Wreath Makers Live hasn't been released yet, and we're still calculating it, so I'm not exactly sure, but it's not going to be like drastically different from last year. So alright, so just take some gold, run it through my glue. If it's bendable, you want to bend it over to make a hook. I should have showed you that before. And then what you do is you go down to the blue and you hook it in and you kind of move the greenery around it like that. Okay, you see, now we have kind of some, so that makes that gold stand out. Now when we go to the gold, we're going to make the blue stand out. And we're going to give it some height and some texture coming out by using these. And I did it again. See, y'all, I'm tired. I'm tired because I forgot to turn it. Okay, there. Make your hook. Place it in the greenery. And then you want to also use the greenery to kind of tie it in. So you kind of get a double effect. You want something kind of coming out like that. That also helps create the look. Okay, so you see what I'm doing? I'm finding the natural breaks in these pieces, making my little hook. Okay, then I put it in the greenery and use the greenery to tie it around as well, like that. Okay. So you can take pieces like this and you can get a pretty good amount out of them so that you can do all of it. What's really? Y'all, and this is typical of things we do in the group, right? So we do a lot of things that are, we actually did 2 projects last night, but I show them things that are different, that are not the stuff that I normally show, things that they can sell, things that they can use to decorate with. It's great. We have such fun together. I can't even begin to tell you how much fun we have. So we have a Sunday Zoom call. I nabbed myself. Not bad though, because I used that glue. And we all get on together and we talk and we make projects. It's great. I love it. Best part of my week. I love the lives too, but the Zoom calls have a special place in my heart because I get to see them, they get to see me, we get to talk, we get to know each other. It's wonderful. And I get to show them a lot of the tricks I have learned over the years. Because there's a lot of them. Seeing that pretty with the stuff kind of coming out? It's a little messy process, but it's fun. Okay. The show is it's in Columbia, South Carolina. It's December 4th through the 8th. And it is at the fairgrounds. So if you want to come see me, that's where I'll be. I'll be there. Julie will be there with me on Thursday, and so will Peggy. And my dad will be with me a lot. So if you've ever seen my dad, you wonder about him. He will be with me. I can't guarantee that he'll be staying with me the whole time because he's a little bit impatient. But we'll see. Alright, so you see how I'm putting the blue with the gold, because that helps to make it stand out. And yes, I am getting glue on myself, which is why I'm glad I used the glue pot. If you use a glue pot and you keep your glue around 200, you'll feel that it's hot, but it's not going to burn you. How big is your one wreath? Do you mean how big is my booth, or how big is this wreath? This wreath here is an 18-inch, so this is an 18-inch base. Ooh, let's use one of these. Yeah. I'm going to take some of this off the bottom so I can make my hook. This is an 18-inch. By the time it's done, it's around 24 inches. Your normal, about what your normal one is. Okay. Alrighty. Trying to see. I think there's. Okay. Let's use this one. There it is. Yeah, that's Peggy. Peggy's the one that's coming to help me, and I'm so excited. I'm so thankful that a couple of my friends have offered to come help me, because I was kind of panicking a little bit about how I was going to do this by myself. So, okay, you see this clump right here of the greenery? We are going to put a ornament in there. These come with a little bit of the evergreen on them already. So, I will glue this right in there, and then that kind of covers up some of that. Alright, so we'll kind of come back. So it looks like we've done all of the bottom, but now what we're going to do is we're going to see these little clumps where the greenery is. We are going to add some little pieces to that. And then we're going to make the bow on the top. There we go. I was having a little trouble. Okay. These are so cute, aren't they? These, I'm just going to glue in right into where I see a clump of greenery. So it's kind of probably be a little bit in between, and I'll kind of alternate some of both. All right. Okay. These are really cute, and they're all different shapes. Okay, that. Alrighty, we have a clump here. I think the gold will probably go better there because it's bigger. Okay. And then what happens is it looks more intentional than just pieces that are left over. You can even put these together like this. Okay, so here's a piece. And we're going to do our bow in just a minute here. Alright. The gold pieces are great because they're bigger. So we'll put some of those around. But we want to save some because we're going to put some on the top. So let's get a round one here. Let's put a round one right there. Put one here. Oh, this is cute. Look at that. It's a little star. Okay. Yeah, if y'all want to know about Wreath Makers Live, you need to be watching Julie and Damon because they will be announcing as soon as they're ready. Okay, let's make our bow. And then we can add some more of this. All right. So we'll just kind of put our... So you want to see what it looks like so far. See how cute it is with this stuff kind of coming out? There we go. The bow is going to be the big thing. All right. So let's see. I think we're going to start with the gold on the bottom. So we have, these are our ribbons. We just have a gold 1.5 inch, a navy blue 1.5 inch, a gold 2.5 inch, and this one that says Holy Night. It's navy blue 2.5 inch. All right, here we go. Are you talking about the sublimation printer? If y'all are interested in the sublimation, just to let you know, I use the Sawgrass. They are on Black Friday sale right now at Condé Systems. So that's where I would go. You can get kind of a kit. I think right now they're on sale for like $4.99. So I have the Sawgrass SG400, and then you just need a heat press that will go above 400 degrees. All right, here is the trick with this. You want your ribbon, your tails, to go all the way down. Hold on, let me show you. All the way down like this. So I think we're at about 24 inches, okay? So tails, 24 inches. All right, we're starting with the gold. So 24 inch right there. Now, probably going to have to take this off because we're going to start with a 7-inch loop. Okay, so 7 inches. There we go. We are twisting at the center. All right, so we're using the Easy Bow Maker. All right, 7-inch. This ribbon came from Sims Pottery. Okay. That's another thing you get by being in my group. You get my vendor list, which has gotten quite large over the years. I even have some things I need to update on it. Okay, 7 inches. This ribbon is a little bit on the silky side, so that's kind of why I'm having to fiddle with it. So when you're buying ribbons, the silkier ones tend to be the ones that you kind of have to take a little bit more time with, but I love the glitter on it. So I'm willing to take a little bit more time to deal with it because it has this glitter. So that's going to help really stand out on our wreath. So 7 inches. All right. Now, we want to come out front, cut it off about the same place as the other one, and go ahead and dovetail it. Okay. Now, here's what I like to do. This bow, we want it to be very colorful. We want it to stand out. So we do things that are a tad bit different, which means we're going to come in next with this navy blue 1.5 inch. Whoops, I dropped it on the floor. It's not going to matter. All right. So we want the same size tails. And on this, longer is better. So you want to have, for sure, the long tails. Okay, so I'm twisting in the center. I'm going 7 inches out. Twist again. Okay. 7 inches out. Twist again. 7 inches. So we're pulling in the colors we have in our wreath. 7 inches. And we just pull out, trim it off, and we're done with that one. Okay. Now we're going to pull in the navy blue, 1.5 inch. All right, this one has writing on it. So remember, when we have writing, we want to do it in our hand. So first, we'll come out our 24 inches. This time, though, we're not going to do 7, we're going to do 6 inch. Okay? So, I'm going to pull this up a little. Alright, so I'm going to put this in between my thumb and my finger. I'm going to go 6 inches. I'm just going to make sure it's smaller. Yep, okay. This also has a little bit of kind of shimmery silver in it. Alright, so 6 inches. The trick to this method, no twisting. Okay, when you have writing, it's really important that you don't do twisting, because then your words are going to get twisted. So when the ugly side is up, you want to pull it across and then put it in your hand. Make sure that they match just by putting your 2 ends together. Alright, on this side, we can see that the pretty side is up. So when the pretty side is up, you go under. All you're doing is matching the other side, and you're just sticking it in your hand. Okay, you're not putting one over the other, you're just kind of shoving it in there. So over, make sure they match. Just stick it in there, under, okay, and over. You see how all of the writing is going in the same direction? They're all the same size. Now we'll get the same length on the tail. There we go. Okay, so now we're going to take it, we're going to place it down on top. Alright, so we had 3 inches, 2 inches, now we're back to 3 inches. 3 loops. Y'all, I'm tired. Oh, and wait a minute. I've got my writing upside down. So yeah, it needs to go this way. Alright. So when you're putting it in, make sure you got your writing in the right direction. Okay, so we want it in this direction because these are the tails coming down. Alright, there we go. Okay. So we got all that. Everything's going in the right direction. So you see how the writing is all going this way. Okay. So we're going to take our last one. This is our gold 1.5 inch. We are going to put that on. Okay. Alright, so we're going to twist in the center. We're going to do 2 loops with this one. So in between our blue, right there, in between the blue on this side, right there, twist again, right there, And one more. Right there. Okay, now, just pull it out front, trim it off. Whoops. There we go. Alright, let me grab my zip tie. Okay. Alright, take the zip tie. We're going to go under the whole thing on one side. We're going to start to tie it in. Alright, pull it out. You can see where that ridge is. So you run that around, start to tie it off. You don't want to tie it off completely. You want to kind of pull your ribbon out. Okay. Just to where it is. Kind of where you're going to have them. You don't want to pull tight, okay? Because if you pull tight before you get this tightened down, you're going to get real upset because it's going to come apart. Okay, so don't do that. Make sure all of our tails are coming out in the front because that is a big part of this bow. Okay? Alright, let's grab a pipe cleaner. Alright, I have gold. So I'll put this whole piece over. Alright, I'm going to run this through. And then I'm going to tighten it. Really tight. Ugh, like that. There we go. Alright, now we just need to fluff it up. So we're just going to make sure all of these loops are fluffed up. We're also going to grab these pieces and we want them to kind of curl on their own. So we just kind of run our hands under the wire like this. Also a very important part of this bow. And I will tell you, the better and more wired the bow, the better this part will go. Okay. Alright, now let's just fluff up the bow. So I'm just kind of sticking my hands in, fluffing it up. There we go. Okay, we can put that away. Now, what I generally like to do is find an area where it looks like there's a lot of greenery, which is right here. So I'm going to put this up here. I'm just going to go and tie this down to the top. And I am tying it around the base. Okay. You see how this is all about the bow? Alright. Now we fluff the bow again. And this is the important thing. You want these tails to all be cascading down like that. Because that's a big part of this wreath method. Do you see how spectacular it is with that giant bow? Alright, now, not quite done. We're close. So now I will take some more of this and I will go around the top and I will find places that need a little bit. So like right here where this greenery is. Okay. Okay. Don't be afraid to make something that kind of pulls out. Okay? So you don't want it to be standing straight up, but you want it to draw attention, right? So the whole point of this is to draw attention to these colors and to just draw attention to this wreath. This would be, so if you sell wreaths and you did craft fair or something like that, this would be something you would put kind of towards the front, because something like this will draw people in. Even if they don't like it, it's still going to draw them in. Okay. Alright, so we're going to put some, I'm just putting some inside the top so we don't have, you know, a whole bunch of greenery showing, because that detracts. We don't want something that detracts. We want something that kind of emphasizes, right? Okay. Alrighty. And then what you can do is just kind of go around. If you see any areas that you need to add something to it, then you just do that. See, now when you look at this straight on, you're not going to be able to tell a whole lot that this is an evergreen base. Okay, in the bow, I want to add just a little bit of this blue. So we'll just cut a little off. Okay, and we're going to glue that in right in the bow. Okay, that just kind of helps cover that little piece that we put in there on these. So on these long ones, you can curl them up a little bit like this. You can also just have them very curly going on. It just depends on how stiff your ribbon is. So the stiffer your ribbon, the more it will do a curl on its own. You can cut them at an angle if you want to just kind of leave them hanging. So you want them to be super long. I know it seems odd, but it really does make a very big statement. So this is what you would call a statement wreath, right? So you see how it has just all kinds of stuff. It just has a lot of interest in it. I see a spot I want to fix. So that's the only thing I do at the end. I just kind of go around, see if there's anything I need to fix. If I see a whole bunch of greenery somewhere, then I'll just put something in there. Because what I don't want is for something to really stand out and take attention where I don't want it. Awesome. So what do we think? Do we like it? It's different, huh? It is different than what we normally do, although it is typical of what I do in my design group. So y'all, it's what I do in my design group is different than what I do pretty much on here. And of course, that's out of respect for people who are paying. It does make a statement, doesn't it? Oh, I'm glad. When you make one, you have to post so we can see it. Oh, thank you. I'm so glad you like it. I love doing this kind. They're easy to do, y'all. They're easy, and they really do make a statement. And you can just pick whatever colors you like together, right? So we did, last night we did gold and rose gold. You could do red and turquoise, red and white, red and blue, red and green, gold and silver.
You got your new glasses on?
No, I haven't gotten them yet. Ooh, not too much. Are you going to have some with me?
I'm going to have something else.
Oh, okay. Hubby's bringing me wine. Hey! You came up with me another job? Oh, that's cool, Lou. I like that. That's so awesome. Secrets of the trade. I could do that when I have time. That's my problem, y'all. Time is not my friend. Awesome. So did y'all have any questions? If you want to see the one that I did in my design group, if you will look in the community on my channel, you just go to my channel, look for the tab that says community. You'll see the one that we did in gold and rose gold. It came out spectacular. I've been wanting to do one in blue and gold, so hey, why not, right? I'll get to show you. Wine and wreath's a perfect pair, right? Oh my gosh, that reminds me. Okay. This is next month's kit. Can you see it? It says Love is in the Air. It's a red truck. It's going to have red and jute mesh. Where did I put that? Hold on. Okay. Since you said that wreaths and wine, I have to show you something. I made some new signs. Did this one? Isn't that pretty? This one says, I know you're near when cardinals appear. But I have one that's a Valentine's, and it's really cool. I want to show it to you. So I am listing new signs, but I have to show you this one. Hold on, I have to find it. You see how many signs I have here? Lordy. Oh, look at this one. I love this one. Look at this one. Okay, here it is. You ready? Wine is my Valentine. I just love it. And see, these look like, it looks like the wine. It's like people hugging. I just thought it was super cute. So, that's my favorite. Yes, happy Thanksgiving, y'all. Thank you so much for coming and hanging out with me tonight, giving me a break from the kitchen. I will be definitely going back to do more. Good night, Charlie. Awesome. Ooh. Well, I probably won't be back till Friday because I'll have a house full tomorrow. So I hope y'all all have an absolutely wonderful Thanksgiving. And I am thankful for y'all. More thankful than I can ever tell you. So awesome. Y'all have such a wonderful night and such a wonderful Thanksgiving. And hopefully I will be back on Friday. You know, just because I don't leave my house and do Black Friday. Oh, all right. Thank y'all for hanging out with me, and I will see you guys later. I'm going down to make the rest of Thanksgiving dinner. Bye, y'all. Thank you.